Making sure everything is right here. Emissary hood. What does this look like? Oh, that looks good. I like that. Alright. Let's get started, shall we? So, this week's Nora should be fairly straightforward. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plop down in Deimos and just murk a bunch of things in the Endless. And maybe get some loot along the way. How's my... I have 2 days on my resource booster. That should be fine. I'll get out my Necros. What weapon do you have equipped? That's correct. Okay. Let's do some Endless. Oh, it seems like the clan has done it again. You know what, for just fast travel.
Yes, there are bounties.
Core samples. It's Artifact Hunter again. I know I don't like excavation, but I do prefer the endless excavation on Deimos over everything else. It's just consistency.
Always a priority. The data archon collection then is a valuable resource in its own right. If you want to join the hunt, then Void can direct you to some likely spots. Bring back all you can.
Go my true. I don't know how I'll feel about that name. Let's grab all of these because that's one of them. Boop. So the bonus doesn't really matter in an Endless because you can never claim the final reward. Really wish it did matter though. Collect some extra goodies. I don't know how. Well, I don't. I want to know what's the story with this guy and how he got sent to this hellhole of a planet. Was I close enough? Oh. Not unfortunate. Oh, there's another one. No! No! There we go. Why? Oh, my legs fell asleep. Some endo, some mother tokens.
Caches like these often contain valuable data as well as resources. Please find a way to access it.
How many, do I need any more? So, how many of these do I need? I need...
You will need to release the cache before we can access
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Destroy all the tumors within 40 seconds. Oh, great. Where's the next one? Down here? Like, these are fine and dandy. They're much more active for sure. It's just, like, I'm here more so to murk things. Oh yeah, I'm running low on amber stars too, so this will be nice. And then I think this is the one I dislike the most.
once powered up, a purifier's
Yeah. This is why I don't like, it's just a pain in the butt. Like, it's not difficult, it's just, I don't like doing it. Really? I also don't like those things at all. Cease. Oh. No. Come on, let me pick them up. Dang it. Really? Okay, fine. Already? And these are short-lived. Cease! Jesus. Okay. Okay. You wanna be a pain in my butt? By all means, you can be a pain in my butt. Hold on.
Operation complete. And rare samples scattered.
Okay, that's one nora done. I don't even know what these do. Okie dokie. It might be faster if I do the steel path stuff because of just the density. I mean, technically, I could just go to space, and do that. Yeah, streaming's all about luck and persistence, and eventually we'll get there. I'll keep recording for YouTube as well. Coming up with video ideas is a little bit on the tough side.
Caches like these often contain valuable data as well as resources. Please find a way to access it.
Okay. This is not new one.
The infestation's got that boss grip tight. Blast that sucker.
Okay, one's going this direction. The other one's going this direction. And the last but not least, going all the way out here. What? Oh, it's not. Okay, it's going this direction. Okay. Yeah, inside here. Oh, wait. Don't really want Saxon, but oh, more. 1, 2, 4. So I'm at 10. Oh, that's a staircase. That's why it looks weird. I should double check my audio. Can everyone hear me? Oh, this is... Yeah, I can hear myself. That must mean that others can hear me too. I don't know where those things come from, but I hate them. Instead of having a dogfight, you just have missiles that you have to contend with constantly. That's such a great idea. They aren't going to be a nuisance at all or anything. I might do some Orphics later, just to see what I get. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Orphics is even a game mode. That's just like how much I really don't want to interact with it. But I'm at the point where I'm kind of needing some later game power. And it's kind of hard to do that without doing some of the worser content or less fun content. At least the saving grace for Orphics is that really dang fast. There we go.
Purifier operation completed and rare sample scanned. This data is executed.
Yeah, not the most interesting things to be doing for the day. Do-do-do-do. 'm almost done. Oh, there you guys are. Sixty more. Let's just take this over here and scoop this stuff up. I'm at 10, I think. So this will get me one off of completion.
These caches are often left by shipwrecked crews. They are usually Warframe vegetation. You will need to release the cache before we can access it.
I just like those face hugging things so much. They're interesting, but they're like the counterplay is so non-existent for them. Like, I might as well just go boop and never have to deal with them, right? Oh god, I'm almost out of HP. Do that. The new Warframe's gonna summon a Kaith, right? And it's gonna be super bad.
When it's got juice, a purifier upsets the plants, and they stick their tongues out to taste what's different. Power it up, and we'll see.
Oh, lag. Game does not like that. Come on. What's happening? Oh boy. I'm just gonna preemptively pop this up until it fixes itself. Because, oh, it's not responding. Okay, give me a moment. So that's fun. All of my work gone. Right there, right then. Due to a crash that I have no idea what caused it. So. Okay, let's see if my progress saved at least. Yes, yes it did. And, oh, is it not catching my Warframe? There we go. So it caught all of that, that's fine. So let's finish this up. Oh, I was up to 260 before. Whatever. Let's finish this up. And yeah, let's do some Orphics while I do this. Orphics. Not like this matters too much. let's try to get to rotation B or C. I have no idea how they ended up getting all of these names. Oh, interesting. Maybe it'd be better if I brought them also along. See what I get. So this is here, this is here, this is here, 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 done. And then boop. There's 2 priority targets I need to disable. Okay, game. Okay. So it's into the void, now me girls and me boys, from mother's hands we go. We'll be sailing to the sun till the voyage is done. Or we'll be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
Objective. Collapse the anchor field. Send that
Do 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 do. Can I come through here? No. Oh, I don't need to. So I do wish that the priority targets had less of this, because like this is it's interesting the first time. I hate doing it. Why can't I move forward? There we go. What's this? This is probably like I love Railjack, but this is like the least enjoyable part of Railjack. So I spend a lot of time like talking about what DE does bad. It's very easy to focus on what they do well, but there's a lot of things that like the OG devs have done really, really, really well. For instance, I don't think there's any other game out there, or a live service game out there, with a redundant server, right? And by what I mean by that is they can update the game while you're still playing, and nothing goes down until like you're finished with your mission. So that's actually really, really, really impressive, and something really hard to like accomplish without thinking about it beforehand, right? Because essentially what it means is that you have to double up all your servers, and whenever you install a new server, you need to have 2 of them, right? So, like, I have to give a lot of props to them for that, because it's not an easy feat to accomplish. Like, even large industry giants still have a lot of trouble doing something like that, making sure that the server can stay up during an update. Of course, like, it introduces race conditions, right? But since Warframe is an instanced game, it becomes less of an issue, right? As a result, like, yes, we do have to have like P2P like sessions, right? Player to player sessions, where well, that's not really what it means, but it does matter. Like, where it's another one of these. Where, well, we'll have to suffer from host migrations every now and again, and it's completely determined. Your ability to play the game is completely dependent on the host, right? That's an unfortunate circumstance of it, but I'd much rather have a live system that you can keep playing and being able to hotfix live, right? Whilst things are hitting the, like, doing poorly, right? So I really gotta praise them for those kind of things. Another is outright, it's a multiplayer game, and if you're planning to play solo, you can play solo and pause the game as though it was a single player game. Like, once again, not very many live services allow for that. Hell, even some single player services are bad for that. Like, I've been playing a lot of Limbus Company, right? They are a very small company, right? And this is probably their first multiplayer franchise. But, like, it doesn't really, like, if the service goes down, the service goes down. There's no redundancy there. Like, they have a very talented group of artists, developers, and storytellers. I think that's a part that's not so bad. So enemy balance and storytelling are 2 of Warframe's weakest aspects, I think. Because, like, man, it's a very interesting world, but, like, it is very difficult to follow. Very difficult to follow, not for the usual reasons either, right? It's difficult because a lot of it is inconsistent and doesn't make a lot of sense. For instance, the lore entry for the ancient healers, if I'm not mistaken, way back when, and this is when, like, codec scanning was first introduced, right? So it might have changed, but back then, ancient healers were basically extremely benevolent individuals that succumbed to the infestation, right? And I believe they were also capable of psionics. Wait, it's not falling apart? I shot the engine though. I'm so confused. Oh, this one's a... So, first things first, let's take care of that. There we go. The engine was German made. Oh, hi Momo. Long time no see. I'm going to assume that that's a more of a funny than anything. I need to make more Revelite. Yeah, so very much appreciation for how everything is handled system-wise. Like it, back when this game hit the market, it was probably one of the most pretty-looking games out there. That was like, it was graphically impressive, and it ran like it was one of the smoothest running games I've had ever played at the time. It's not so much the case today, but definitely was the case way back when it launched, right? Like, it's no longer, like, extremely efficient. Wow, I'm just taking a lot of hull breaches today. Just, oh, I can't repair anymore, okay. Okay, over here. Yeah. So, like, this game has a lot of things to offer in terms of, like, quality of life compared to a lot of other games. It also has a lot of things that they'd really need to work on. Like, like at one point, the developers' main focus was to make sure to extend playtime as long as possible, right? So some of the open world areas, they are probably some of the worst parts of the game. And like, like if you want to do them, I would recommend like just outright cheesing them at this point. I need to work on my defenses or something, because these things are just knocking me out of the sky. Yeah, like... Oh wait, what? You're not down? So... That's very correct. Like, anything based on old code will eventually come to a grind, right? When... like, and in this case, we're talking about, like, complexity and, like, how efficiently it can run, right? And yeah, it's just a consistent issue, I would imagine. Like, for instance, like, I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons Online, and it's a very, very old game, right? And let's be honest, it's not pretty looking either, and it runs worse than my Grandma with 2 broken legs, right? Especially since I'm not gonna make that joke, but like it's a fun experience. It offers a very unique one. In the case of Warframe, it never stopped being moderately efficient. Well, or like, not moderately efficient, like, it never stopped being a spectacle while still looking like a AAA title. It's just that they keep updating the engine. And one of the major issues that arise from that is, well, you're going to leave some old machines behind at that point, because you're taking the new average as the standard, right? Or am I just rambling? I could just be rambling. I might just be an old man. All right. Let's get this game mode done. So I'm gonna try to do 3 to 4 rounds of this if possible. I don't know if it'll be possible for me though. Oh, I went the wrong way already. Wait, what? Oh, blood. Blood nuggets. This way, yes. So this game mode, it was kind of to force players into playing this robot instead of the Warframes themselves, which I imagine a good chunk of the community was not a fan of. Oh, not enough damage. There we go. Oh god, I don't think I'm going to be able to do more than a single round if they're spawning this quickly. Come on. Yeah, so the weekend is almost here. Hoping that everything's going smoothly for you. There we go. Oh, come on. What? Okay. Oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to handle more than a single round of this. Especially with the screen shake as bad as it is. So I think I only need to break 3 of them, yeah, to finish a round. Yeah, I need a full group for this. You can't solo this. This is a little well, you don't need a full group. I think you can handle it with 2 fully built necromechs. But it's definitely, like, it's going to be difficult. But, like, if you got a team for it, you can just 1, 2, 3, just get all of the rewards real quick. Oh well. That finishes up the Nora for this week. No, I still need to do 1 thing. Oh, or 2 things. Let's see. So for Nora, I still need to do these 2. Votive Onslaught. And because I don't think I can just hit, yeah. I don't know what PH is standing for. Oh. The game better not have froze on me again. This would be the 2nd time. Okay. Apparently, Warframe's having a bad day today. So, I gotta close the program again. We'll try a little bit more. Try to fix everything up. And keep on trucking. Man, bad luck today. Alright, I should be back. There we go. Yeah. From the I felt like I should have some kind of image to be my Be Right Back screen, so I just picked up my monstrosity from the campaign that I run. I'm sure. I'm sure you got some questions. By all means, if you got any, feel free to ask. Oh. Yeah, I have a feeling that, like, if I find any forms of success, that'll kind of stick out a little bit.
Listen, I have a little job for you. So, what do you say? Will you help him out? And don't worry.
Okay. Hopefully, I'm able to finish this mission this time. I haven't been able to successfully exit out of a mission once.
The merchandise acquisition mission.
No. Technically, nobody has died since I've last spoke about the campaign. So I am running a small side campaign to replace the weekend one I run at the moment. Mostly because, well, the player count is a little unstable at the moment, so I decided to swap to a more drop-in, drop-out model. So all of my other campaign members are welcome to, from either campaign, are welcome to join it. Just to let me know, maybe 24 hours ahead of time so I can prepare the right numbers. The story won't be as deep for this secondary campaign. It will be more like I'm running a mini game kind of session, and in this, everyone has it will have a small hidden objective that they should want to complete before the end of the session. And it could be a little fun. So, Momo, I'll send you some details about that later if you'd like to participate, because that'll be happening Saturday my time. At about 6:30 EST. Oh, I can actually damage that. So it's gonna take place in the same world. Oh, if I finish making all the items for it and all of the tables for it, because I have to scrounge up a lot of my notes for it. It should probably be quite an interesting, if not cursed, experience. But as of yet, no one has died, and I think this these mini sessions will remedy that. I wonder that, yeah, I hit his toe. Okay. No AoE on that. Let's see. Yeah, other than that,
Think about finding a capsule.
yeah, I just need to make more assets for it. I am consulting the legendary GPT about some weird items to implement because I want this to have like the flavor of a survival horror kind of thing where it's not all like it's not about managing long-term resources. It's about the trying to overcome the too good to use syndrome, right? It's either you use it now or risk dealing with an encounter without it. Because it's supposed to be a lot more difficult. Very limited tools and all of that.
That's it.
I just have to wait around for 5 minutes. Fun mechanic. Yes, yes, Clem.
Deal time. You interested in some half-price light support? Just give. Here comes another.
Okay, so I should be... Once I'm done this... Wait, is Clem down? Clem. Oh, did you have a boo-boo?
Capsule ready.
Oh yeah, I've unveiled a lot more information about the inner workings of the world too, if you are particularly interested. Though, I imagine if anyone sees this VOD later, they won't be able to. It doesn't really matter. Like, if they're interested, they'll come back. It's a reason for them to come back and ask questions about it. Three minutes to go. Oop. Do.
You should think about finding a capsule.
Do. Wait, this doesn't look like it belongs here. Interesting. Not right this moment. The Galva-possessed goblin has essentially been handed off to the king of the area, or king of Katunda, to, well, at least keep under surveillance. The rest of the party has kind of gone on a scouting mission to figure out what's causing the red sky, right? And at the moment, there hasn't been a lot of time to sit down and investigate the problems the Galva-possessed goblin would have, or the problems the fragmented soul sword will have. So it'll be. I've been rolling for some of the indicators for those, but other than that, not much else.
We got what we need. So let's head home.
Let's finish this up. I think I'm gonna swap over to Persona after I'm done, because running out of things today. Well, I mean, it is like a wartime conflict, right? So, like, right now, you're dealing with a fairly large disaster and a lot of small disasters, right? That's largely what's happening, from what I can tell. Like, between the giant squid-like monster that burrows underground, the Galva, the monstrosity possessing one of the party members becoming a monstrosity, something like an undead horde, an invasion of vampires. Well, yeah, y'all are small disasters in all your lovable ways. Curving bullseye, hollow point, heated charge. Gonna brap someone to death. Sure, let's just shove a pistol ribbon in here and see how it goes. Destroy 3 ugh. You know what, I have plenty of space. I'm just gonna roll a couple of these. Yeah, y'all are all small disasters in your own little way. Very cute disasters. Don't want to do that. I can do that. So let's just pop these ones really quick. It's not that I can't do them, it's I'm too lazy. I kind of want to see what I got. So unveil. I have 5 of these ciphers, so X Samadhi. Pistol Riven mod. No, I'm doing that one. Okay. Zymos. Interesting. Don't know how I don't know how I feel about those. All right. So mobile defense, spy, and rescue.
Precision, prestige, the pinnacle of the warsmith's art.
Let's see. I guess the question I could throw out is there a concept or a like some is there an idea in Dungeons and Dragons or storytelling or gameplay that you've always wanted to test out or ask to be attempted or realized, but haven't really seen it done successfully? Boop. 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 Oh, okay. Boop. Nope. Boop.
This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Okay, so I need to just body shot those things. Boop. Let's see how this does. Crap. Oh. Too much damage. Oh, I got hit by toxin. What? There we go. All back. Like, we all have these little things that we enjoy about Dungeons and Dragons. But, like, I don't know. At least with 5th edition, there are a lot of problems. And just some things to remedy them with. Like, some focus on what to remedy would be a good idea, I suppose. One thing I would love to eventually do is expand the feat system to be something more akin to Pathfinder. Mostly just add like little features that you can now access, right? A little bit of constant progression instead of all of it being front-loaded. That's one of the things I want to work on for sure. All right, Brat. Toxic damage is bad. So, yeah, like, I don't know. So, I feel one of the biggest issues narratively with necromancers is that a lot of people just default them to being evil, right? As well as, like, mechanically it becomes a problem of dealing with, like, it's one thing for a DM to have to deal with like 50 creatures, right, and make it run smoothly, It's another when another player wants to do that, right? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Body shot, body shot. Body shot, nope, body shot. Like, yeah, narratively, I imagine we're on the same page, right? Narratively, like, people just see them as outright evil. And mechanically, it becomes, like, an issue of turning the entire session into a slog. And, I mean, one of my favorite things about zombies is just how lucky I get with Undead Fortitude. They just keep getting up. But, like, imagine doing that, like, oh, something got hit by, like, a lightning bolt. Yeah, yeah. So, one of the things that I do, like, it's really different when it's like in person, right? In person, it becomes a little bit easier to handle, I think. But when it comes to a VTT, with conjure animals and things like that, technically speaking, the players should not ever own the animals with that regard. So, like, it's completely different from, like, a simulacrum, for instance, right? Which you have fine control over. Conjure animals there's a reason why on your turn you have to use a bonus action to give them a command, right? Because otherwise they won't do anything. They don't know what to do. So, mechanically speaking, the DM is supposed to handle those creatures, right? Rather than the player having full discretion over what those animals do. Or what the summoned creatures do. It's because these creatures still have some form of agency, even if it's not the best form of it, right? I tend to hand wave it for something like familiars because those tend to be quite personable. They have their own personalities. They become part of the party. But with conjure animals, raise zombie, dance macabre, it's easy to summon them. Sure, I can put them on the board, but mechanically and thematically speaking, it's better that I, the DM, like, try to interpret the actions based off of the commands, right? Mind you, like, the commands don't have to be, like, super specific, or they don't have to only last a single turn, right? For instance, if you tell a zombie to go get a person, that's what they're going to spend their entire time doing until you rectify the command. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, it's definitely a large part of it is about communicating with the DM. Because, like, if you say, I'm going to conjure woodland spirits and I want to summon 8 pixies out of nowhere, like, everyone's going to have a bad time. Right? Like, some people make the insane argument of, like, oh, it doesn't matter if the pixies don't know what it is, they're following your instructions. It does matter because they're sentient creatures. Yeah, like, because people talk about, oh, the most broken combos are like, oh, I summon 8 pixies and make our party into Tyrannosaurus Rexes. I'm just like, okay. I'm your DM and I say no. Right? So like, and that's the main thing about Dungeons and Dragons. It's not a story about you. It's about about making a story with other people, right? So if you are, yeah, like, for instance, like, it's kind of silly to talk about, oh, generally I go by rule of cool, and if it's exclusively cool, then I'll let it go. I'm just like, there is that, like, it's the whole idea about yes but, and I think a lot of people have talked about that already. But before anything, Dungeons and Dragons is about a conversation. Like, it's a conversation not only between you and the DM, but with the entire group that you're playing with, right? And with your group and your group alone, it's a story that you guys unique to you, right? And if your character doesn't know, or you don't know what your character wants, then you probably aren't very good at telling that story. And when people try to prompt you for it, like, you should probably try to read into those prompts and answer them. It's not about being the strongest. It's not about being the fastest. Like, sure, if that's what your character's focus is, then I'm not going to complain. I'll have questions, but I won't complain too much. But if you're just trying to power game, then make sure you find a group that wants to power game, right? And that's basically it. I have a lot of people in mind with something like that. Like, I have quite a number of friends. Like, so I used to run a lot of games on West March before I ended up where I am today, right? And there's a lot of people, like, there's a lot of people that want to be the main character of their stories, right? There are a lot of DMs that only run games to kind of tell a fixed story, being very railroady, right? There's a lot of different people out there. Communicating and creating a story together is something that is both very simple and extremely complicated, right? Because to do that, it's to make the story, it's not like difficult, right? To like have fun while still bashing your heads together and against each other is something difficult, especially with a bunch of people who just started to know each other that day, right? It's why one of the biggest issues in looking for a party to play with is either having members flake out. Like, for instance, if you're looking for a party on Reddit, right? There's a high tendency for people just to flake, or the DM to flake, right?
The enemy is on high alert. The moment you enter the holding area, they'll trigger the execution sequence. Rescue the hostage before it finishes.
Yeah, like that's a big part of it too. It like trying to schedule people, especially online, where like everyone is everywhere in the world. It's like trying to corral a bunch of cats. A lot of the, like on the best days, right? Sometimes you get the like, because with cats, some of them are cooperative. Most of them won't be cooperative, right? And then there's the issue of when you have players all over the world, right? And like people, like unfortunately, people are just going to end up with the short end of the stick most of the time, right? Okay, let's level up some stuff. Okay, so I'm going with crits. Gladiator might. So I don't need this. Crit. No, so I want Gladiator Rush. And this should be fairly high crit. Okay. And then let's upgrade you. Sure, why not? Let's give you a Forma. What do I want to give you? Condition Overload? Sure. So I want a status. Let's make it cold. Vicious Frost. There we go. And let's get rid of Niter. Like, it's one thing that I've realized as I get older. It's fun. It's hard to find fun. So, like, not all of the time, but a lot of the time, it's just not an easy thing. Fun. Especially with multiple people. Like, you gotta cooperate with other adults who all have opinions and things that they want to say or do. And sometimes I just wish things were simple again. I'm just gonna be honest. So I need to go to 8 rounds of this. Okay, that should be enough. Yes, yes it does. Yeah, so it'll take me about 16 minutes to get up to the round 8, which is what I need to do. And then I think I'll be done with the game for today. One thing I've kind of learned about like trying to get followers on YouTube or subscribers on YouTube is that it's probably more effective to it's much more effective to just produce more videos than to just stream. On Twitch, I still don't know what my strategy is. What's going on? I don't remember ever seeing this map before. Oh, that's what map we got. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of melee in this game. It's really strong. It's just... I'm just running around spamming a button. And getting carpal tunnel while doing so. If only every attack were more meaningful somehow. Other than damage. Apparently they're operating heavy equipment outside. I hope it's not too much of a bother. How did I get to 3,000 health? Interesting. Okie dokie. Back outside. Another 2. Oh wait, it's 2.5 minutes each round. Okay, I might just do 4 for now. We'll see. We'll see how hard this gets. It's already max rank. How wonderful. Yeah, I'll just go to 4 then. Get my rewards and bounce. I'm going to assume, let's check. Yeah, this guy's using a Torrid and a Decaying Dragon. You know, this I would imagine would be pretty difficult to watch. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'll probably make like a small video series on like cheesing some of the worst grinds in the game. Or at least easing it as much as possible. Oh, no energy. I think my Twitch performance will start to do a lot better once I've gained some notoriety from the developers, or at least like their Twitch, because then I'll be given like the ability to host Twitch drops. But I think I need to get to 100 followers first. And by that time, my growth is pretty much ensured. I mean, like, this character's probably gone from, like, surprisingly one of the worst to one of the best for what he does. Because, like, I think he's probably the best at grouping characters as well as being able to just murk them. Why am I attacking so slow? Are these all just corpses? Okay. Yeah, like, yeah, I'll probably hop out here. Just type in GG so they know. Because I have no reason to continue. I'll probably be looking for a new clan in just a little bit. Oh, that person has the mitre. Well, normally, like when they're under the influences of my CC, they they disappear, right? So if they're just dead, then it's a little confusing sometimes. Okay. Is there anything else I want on this piece of kit? We got... So, unfortunately, it's not a very good weapon. It doesn't feel amazing. But, I don't know. I think there are ways to make it work. Let's see. So crit chance should have like... Oop, excuse me. Yeah, so heavy attacks have 2 times crit benefit. So I guess I could just bleed things to death? Just not a very interesting weapon. Hang on. So my other choice was this weapon, and I kind of wish I went with it. Brunt. No, I don't have it. What? No. Where's my Akin Brunt? Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so... Just thinking of things. Electromagnetic shielding. Yeah, this could be interesting for making my teammates a bit stronger. Okay. I think outside of doing more of that... Thank you. Yeah, outside of doing more of what I was just doing, I don't think there's anything else I need to do today. So I think I'm gonna take a small break, and then I'll probably pop open the stream again. I think with how small I am, it benefits me more just to make more announcements anyways. So, yeah. If anyone who's watching the VOD and you're making it this far, the whole like it and subscribe or follow, maybe write a comment. Anyways, I'll probably, after my break, after I get some lunch, I will probably be playing Persona. So, if you are interested in joining in, I'll be back in an hour or so. Anyways, ta-ta for now. Oh yes, and thank you all for joining me. Can't forget to thank everyone for the support.